Alright, welcome back to my round 3 game of GPY. I'm playing against Skagra, and let's roll for first. It seems like I'm on a draw. Let's see. Yeah, that's a pretty good hand. I'll keep. So they're on blue-white, or blue-red Mina, which is basically blue-red spell slinger, I guess. That's the best way to put it. And they're playing Mina, Jeweled Mino. Makes the first one spell or one cost spell each turn free. So you can probably guess what the deck is trying to do. And they're on the play too, which is not good for me because they're definitely a deck that likes to be on the play. They're just gonna hold up 1 mana. And they have Invalidate, which is basically a force spike, so they have stuff that they can do. So do I have Pestilent Scavenger or Mausoleum Resident first? Oh, so if I play Pestilent Scavenger first, I could mill over a land, which makes more Benediction really good. If I go Mausoleum Resident first, then I don't have any nut draws like that. And lands are really good in this matchup, or extra lands are good in this matchup because it lets me play around their force spike. So let's see if they're going to counter this. They won't. Alright, they probably have a turn 1 Mina then. That's more lands than I wish I had. I kind of wish I milled a creature so that more Benediction can get back a creature. Am I still going to more Benediction even though I have no creature targets? No, I don't think that's good use of the card. I think I'd rather just play Leyline Invoker or Denethor Muckbruiser next turn. Resolving Denethor Muckbruiser is quite important in this matchup because it's a big thing that they can't easily deal with. Well, it gets chumped to hell and back, so like how effective it actually is kind of depends. I'm also waiting to draw them into my white mana so I can cast Endless Helpless Souls. What do I play next turn? The fact that they actually just passed a turn there, are they holding up Invalidate? They definitely don't have Mina, because if they had Mina, they would have played it end of turn. And they definitely spent quite a while thinking about what to do to put Pestilent Scavenger. Or they were just tapped out. That could suggest that they're on Invalidate right now. Or it could just mean that they have no 1 mana plays that have been good back there. Seems like they have Misrived Crashcraft. Alright, strange that they didn't turn 1 it though. So they probably are on Invalidate right now. And I don't want to jam 2 drops into Invalidate, so is there a way I can play around that? Oh, okay, there's my white source. I could do something like this turn play something, get Invalidated, next turn Devil Spell, like Moral Benediction into that thing again. And that could be useful, like that could be helpful. Yeah, I might want to go for that. In that case, that means I jam Denethor Muckbruiser because that's the thing I want to reanimate off Moral Benediction. Actually, no, it doesn't work out because if I want to get the counters on Mausoleum Resident, I need it in play before I reanimate stuff off Moral Benediction. I think I'll just assume that Mausoleum Resident isn't doing anything this game. I mean, what other plays do I have? I could play 1 turn behind and just only play out Mausoleum Resident right now, but that feels like a losing play. I definitely want to be jamming stuff. I mean, Leyline Invoker could be useful too, because if it mills something useful, I can Moral Benediction it, even if they have no answers for it. I think my gut tells me to just jam Denethor Muckbruiser and see what happens. Yep, gets invalidated, as expected. They can flip Mystery next turn, but at least they have to flip it with a sorcery, so that means they can still hope invalidate next turn. Actually, yeah, doesn't help me. And I don't have any removal in hand right now, so I can't kill the thing that flips into. It's just gonna be Chump Central soon. Yeah, my other play that turn was play Mausoleum Resident with 1 mana up and then pass. That feels like a losing play, but I wonder if it was correct, just because it prevents them from getting instant for Mystery. I mean, if they're holding like Secrets of Corlight Court in hand, then that would be bad for me because they get to trigger the instant and then waste 1 by mana. Alright, they're racking me for 1. Did they just pass? No. They're going to tap out? Alright, that's good for me if they just tap out, because I don't have to worry about counter spells anymore. Okay, they just tap out. Okay, cool. So it probably means they don't have any invalidates left, but I mean, we already knew that. So now I get to jam Endless Helpless Souls and see what that flips into. Do I want to spin the wheel like that? Alternatively, I can take it slow. Go Mausoleum Resident into Moral Benediction. That gets me Denethor Muckbruiser back on board. I mean, that is probably... Well, Denethor Muckbruiser isn't super big right now. I think I should just go for broke. Like, yeah, playing Endless Helpless Souls right now has more upside. And I just hope to flip into something good with off the Endless Helpless Souls. And there is a lot of good stuff that I could flip into. Do I want Arctic Mine or Resplendent Substratum? I want Swamp as my next basic, so I'll just fetch the Resplendent. I do have to lose a bit of life to do this though, which I'm not happy about. But yeah, endless help missiles. Let's see what I flip. Okay, that's pretty good. What? So Unearth, definitely want to sink into the floor. Unearth can get me a Denether Muck Bruiser. That seems pretty good. I get a big guy on board, and then a removal spell into hand for later on. The Light Invoker lets me mill a bit more, but I don't think I need to do that right now. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. So Unearth, get back the Nether Muck Bruiser. I mean, it's a big fat thing that they can't easily kill. So, yeah, I mean, it blocks everything that attacks me. And then I attack with Pestilent Scavenger right now because I doubt they're attacking with a Union Rail. Or they're blocking with a Union Rail. So, yeah. And I have some pretty good lines next turn, I guess. If I ever find Dragon's Eye Descendant, then I can buff up the Nether Muck Bruiser, and that probably kills them. So yeah, turns out if I played Mausoleum Resident for turn 1 instead of Pestilent Scavenger, I would probably be in a much better position because I would have gotten some Mausoleum Resident triggers, and I mean, even though they think the Nether Muck Bruiser wouldn't be as big, I probably wouldn't be going for the Nether Muck Bruiser plan. I'd probably just go for the Leyline Invoker plan with Mausoleum Resident swinging in for some lifelinking damage in the meantime. But yeah, the fact that they didn't flip Mystery last turn probably means that, well, no, they wanted to play out Union Rail Strikebreaker first so that they can make more tokens, and tokens are good against the Nether Muck Bruiser until I find my Dragon's Eye Descendant. Seems like they are going to go for something. I'm assuming this is sorcery speed, so it's probably a Scorch. Yeah, Scorch Face, and that's worrying because I actually don't have that much life gain. So I have Mausoleum Resident, but that thing isn't swinging until way later on, and I'm gonna lose some more life to my lands. So sink into the floor is probably killing Epsilon. And that means I do have to fetch because that from anywhere, so that includes cast. So I can just play Moral into sink into the floor, and that will. Oh, they're getting back Scorch. Okay, that's scary. They're flooding the board, and they're getting burned back to hand. And all I have is a big dumb dude that's gonna get chumped. Oh, they have to. Okay, yeah, that's a problem. They have way too many things on board. I can't kill all of them, and they're not going to attack. Okay, so best possible top deck right now would be another sink into the floor. So what do I get? Pestilent Scavenger. That's not useful. Alright, so what's my line right now? I can try to flip into Dragon's Eye Descendant. 2, 3, 4. Like, what? If I give this guy +6 and then +4, that still doesn't lethal them. Alright, they have a bunch of 1/1s, but I can't really deal with them, so I'm just gonna ignore them and hope I find a Dragon's Eye Descendant soon. I'm going to kill the Plaxalado because I need to not die to double Scorches. So is there a line that lets me do all that? I also would like Mausoleum Resident in play because that lets me, it might give me a lifelink later on. And I would like to not pay life for lands if possible. You can go Pestilent Scavenger, Moral Benediction, Mausoleum Resident, sink into the floor. And that requires me to fetch to pay life for a land, but I think that we're kind of beyond the point where we can afford to not do that. That means I go down to 11. I die to some. Can easily get lethaled soon, but whatever. I have to deal with it. Yeah, fetch my last swamp. What was the line again? I think I Pestilent Scavenger first just to see what's on top. Pestilent Scavenger, Cat, more Benediction, Sink. Yeah, that works. So Pestilent Scavenger, hope to mill a Dragon's Eye Descendant. And, well, that's a lot of lands, but that's not Dragon's Eye Descendant, so that's not useful. You know, actually, it's kind of funny how I have almost no creatures in my yard right now. I need to Mausoleum Resident first, right? You can also sink into the floor right now. Mill one more and see if I flip Dragon's Eye Descent, but that's way too risky. Actually, if I do that, then a Moral Benediction, get back Leyline Invoker. I'm just down a Mausoleum Resident. Probably will never activate anyways. And that might be better. Sure, I'll try. That isn't completely necessary. I mean, I flip it beneath their Muck Bruiser, which isn't very useful either. At least I get to kill the Axolotl. Now a Moral Benediction back Leyline Invoker, right? Because I need to find my Dragon's Eye Descendant and where to win. So, Moral Benediction, get back Leyline Invoker, and I guess pick up an Arctic Mine or something. I'll pick up a Fungal Mire. That's not what I need. I mean, I got absolutely gigantic Denether Muck Bruiser, so I just need to like not die. I'll be golden. But they have Epsilon copying stuff too, so that's scary. They are stuck on lands though. Well, at least there's that. They can't copy Scorch this turn. How big is the Nether Muck Bruiser right now? 9 + 9. Okay. Yeah, so any Dragon's Eye Descent wins me the game. So I just need to find Dragon's Eye Descendant. Well, actually, why did more benediction last turn? I could just play out Leyline Invoker from hand. That'd probably been a better play because that keeps my Moral Benediction for if I mill into Dragon's Eye Descent. And the reason I was stuck on Moral Benediction was because I had Mausoleum Resident on my mind, so I thought I needed to get a line that had Mausoleum Resident. Well, if they don't kill Leyline Invoker, I can use it to try to reanimate Dragon's Eye Descendant if I mill into it. Alright, seems like they're going to be using their Scorch on something. The space. Alright, they're leaving Leyline Invoker. That's fine by me. That means I might be able to reanimate the thing. Another Scorch. Are they? Yeah, they're still pointing everything at face. So I just need to get Dragon's Eye Descent this turn. I can't prevent lethal if I don't make it through this, or if I don't kill them this turn. I don't think I can because I have way too many guys. Alright, so first, let's see if I mill it. No, I do not. Do I draw what I need? A lot of Leyline Invokers. Well, I mean, yeah, I just have to keep milling and hoping I hit it. Oh, there we go. Can I activate this? Yes, I can. Cool. I think I win. Or do I? I'll do the math later on. It's like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like, we got +7 from the Dragon's Eye Descendant, and also plus, what, 16? I'm bad at doing mental math. It's like, yeah. So that's, I don't know how much, but like, it probably kills them. Right, does it not kill them? It probably does. Let me get out my calculator. 25. Alright. No, it doesn't kill them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 plus, that's 20. Oh, I'm like slightly off. Well, at least as long as they don't have enough burn to kill me on the swing back, I should be fine. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'm probably fine. Like, they need exactly 2 burn spells, and I don't think they have 2 burn spells in hand. I guess they also need, so they need to kill Dragon's Eye Descent. They need to kill Denethra, Dragon's Eye, and Leyline Invoker in order to not die to Denethra Swings next turn. So I think I'm fine. And how big is this guy? God, Denethra Muck Bruiser makes me do so much math. Well, at least they just said GG, so I don't have to think about it anymore. Alright, so that was a good game 1 for me. Rest Flashing definitely comes in. Does Alton Surveyor do anything? Now, well, not with the nerfs. I think I trimmed some Oracle Visions because I do not want to be milling for them too. Right, do I want Shikai's Redoubts? No, I do not. They can bring in Shikai Redoubt against me though. Is something I need to worry about post-board. Actually, they have Fire Rager, which is kind of good against me because it kills my guys, exiles them, and then prevents me from reanimating them later on. I can also bring in Duresses, but I'm not sure if that's the right play here. Well, they have Cursory Glance now, so technically Duress does let me get through their Cursory Glances. Not sure if that's worth it though. Is Oracle's Vision actually good? I'll bring in some Duresses, I guess. Technically, I can also bring in some Shikai's Redoubts instead in order to counter their Rush of Stillness in the air. I don't think that's very good, because they still get their spells cast. I'll just bring in Duress and try to snipe their Scorches. Oh, it's, yeah, I'm really unsure about whether to bring in Duress or not, but I guess I'll bring it in. And this hand has literally nothing. This hand has 1 land, but hopefully I get some good stuff. Do I bomb Denethra Muck Bruiser here? Probably, actually, yeah, I think I do, because I don't have a green source, and well, no, yeah, I bombed Denethra. I don't bomb Denethra Muck Bruiser because it doesn't matter how I get my second source. Or if I don't get my second mana source, I can't cast spells anyways. What are some really good things of Rift Splicing? Actually, no, their deck doesn't have any super great Rift Splicing targets. I mean, like, it kills their things, but I don't get any extra value off of it. Tap turn 1, cool. Oh, land, wonderful. I got the land I need. So hopefully this doesn't mill my only copy of Forest. It did, didn't it? Actually, did I play 2 copies of Forest? I forgot. Let me check. Yeah, I played 2 Forest. Okay. You can still fetch Forest off Wayfarer's Shrine. Not sure if I will fetch Forest though, because Winky Shines, sure. I think I'm actually just gonna Pestilent Scavenger and hold up Rift Splicing. Although, oh, they just got 2 tap lands in a row. That's really unfortunate for them. An Earth, huh. What's the worst thing they can do to me on 3 that's answerable by Rift Splicing? I guess I can like untap and play a Union Rail. They're probably holding Union Rail, right? And playing Pestilent Scavenger means that I get more targets for Unearth, possibly. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sold on this line. Let's see. I'm assuming, well, nothing happens because they're tapped out. Ooh, Denethra Muck Bruiser. That's a good Unearth target. Did I just Unearth it now? Yeah, I'll wait until my graveyard's a bit bigger, because that way I can't get insta-killed by Scorch by paying for it. Did I mail out my... I still have a forest left in the deck. Also, it seems like the guy hand of 0 non-basics, which is... Or 0 basics, which is, yeah, really unfortunate for them. Seems like they're playing something. We know. Okay. Doesn't do anything. Mystery. Sure. Keep risk splicing for that. No, I need to kill Mina now. Or, no, Mina doesn't matter because they're out of resources. So, Black Slot. Oh, that does not back to risk splicing. Alright, yeah, I have to deal with that now. Mina matter. Well, they're dumping their entire hand, so I guess we don't need to know. Oh, they get the copy? Alright, sure. Guess it happens. Yeah, do I crack Reappear Shrine now? No, I do not, because Mina is useless and this thing doesn't die to rift slicing, so I should just rift slicing for in case mystery flips. Just going to draw and see if I draw a land. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's all my colors now. I'm getting the exact draws I needed this game. Okay, so I played the Nether Mug Bruiser and hold up rift splicing. Yeah, that seems correct. The Nether Mug Bruiser basically blocks everything, and they're empty-handed, so all I have to do is worry about what's coming from the top. They get an instant, then they get the flip mystery, and I just kill it immediately with rift splicing. They just pass. Interesting. Forest. Okay, so I guess I should fetch now, because otherwise Vapor Shrine becomes completely useless. Right, yeah. That's all my basics out of the deck. So, what... There's not really any good unearth targets. I'm just gonna keep around unearth throw and build Dragon's Eye Descendant. Alright, let's see if this resolves. Cool. Doesn't matter. Let's roll the Nether though, so... I'm assuming they're chumping. Is it better for me to yeah, they're low on resources right now. I should be trying to get the chumpers out of the way. Unless they decide to take, in which case that's really good, because now it softens up for Dragon's Eye Descendant turn. And no point in animating anything else, because the Nether Muck Bruiser will win the game on its own once I find Dragon's Eye Descendant. So, possible cards that could be on. Invalidate, a land, in hand to bluff. No, Fire Ranger they definitely would have used already. Okay, so they're basically exactly on either one of their counter spells, or they're holding a land to bluff, or they've drawn a second copy of one of their legendaries. That's the only cards that could possibly be in their hand right now that would cause them to play this way. Okay, I'm assuming that Scorch was top decked. They do get to point a Scorch at my face, which is kind of scary. They still don't get to flip mystery though, but they do get to whack me for 4. If they want to race though, then I mean, be my guest. Well, they are going to race. Alright, I guess you're just gonna get in the face for a bunch. It should be at +5 right now, so it's an 8. Alright, what's off the top? Duress. I think the last card in their hand is not very useful, so I shouldn't be duressing now. I should duress once they try to hold a card. So Leyline Evoker or Pestilent Scavenger? Leyline Evoker probably, because that's better long term and also actually blocks stuff. So yeah, I'll play Unearth. I mean, I could just get back another Denethra, but that doesn't actually advance my plans any more than it does, because I mean, single Denethra will win the game on its own if it gets going. So I don't actually need the second Denethra. I'll just get back a Leyline Evoker. And so that's +7. That should be 9, 10 right now. I mean, they need to start keeping stuff back, or else Denethra just one-shots them. Well, they could also be on Shikai's Redoubt. If they had Shikai's Redoubt, they definitely would respond to me there. So they're not on Shikai's Redoubt. Rush it. Oh, I guess that's the. Oh, they get to bring back 2 Scorches. I know I'm still fine. They get to rush it again next turn. Okay, that's starting to get scary. Yeah, I might actually just die to burn. In which case, how did I prevent that? Did risk splicing do anything? Well, if they only keep back 1 blocker, risk splicing kills their only blocker, and I get to attack through for lethal. It just depends on them like screwing up. If they decide to keep a Scorch in hand to get the Axolotl benefit, then I can just rest it out their hand. And again, if Leyline Invoker mills over Dragon's Eye Descent, then I just win. Maybe I should have just gone back at the Nether Muck Bruiser, because having access to 2 Muck Bruisers would mean that they just pass. They want to really get the extra benefit from no blockers. Okay, I mean they're keeping back all blockers. I mean, all right. So, oh well, yeah, that was pretty easy. I'm going to duress first, just to see if they have any Shikai Redoubts. I mean, I doubt they do, but better to be sure. Nope, they don't. Cool. Yeah, I just win then. Yeah, it's free. GG. Yeah, I think my opponent just got a really bad series of draws that game, because they had a bunch of tap lands, so they couldn't get going early. And by the time Mina got online, it didn't matter anymore. they just didn't have enough stuff to abuse Axolotl with. But yeah, I guess these games went a lot smoother than I was expecting. So that's 2-1 in the GP so far. Or I mean 2-0-1. Yeah, I had to draw in round 2 because my opponent couldn't find the time to play. We couldn't find time to organize. So yeah, I just need to win one more round and I'll top cut, and that lets me get the GP top 8 promo for this season. So yeah, see you next game.